Good morning. It's March 31st, and this is Reverend Redbeard with today's reading from If I Had One More Day. Day 90, Friendship. I feel very thankful for friends. Recently, I was able to get together with two precious ladies who I had the privilege of working with for several years. We started out as co-workers, and our friendship has developed over the years. I'm grateful. I think we all need friends. Ecclesiastes 4 9 through 10 highlights this need when the writer says, "Two are better than one because they have a good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up, but pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up." God created us to help and support one another in friendship. Sometimes I've struggled in this area of my life. Maybe some of you can relate. In friendship, there is both struggle and joy. I think of the immense happiness in the friendships I had as a child, but also the tears and conflict. Adult friendships are no different. In fact, I think they can be more complicated because often we're busier and it's harder to maintain friendships. I've moved around quite a lot, and saying goodbye to different people has taken its toll over the years. I started to pull back, not wanting to invest too much because I feared the relationships were only temporary. God has been helping me to invest in friendships again. After my friend Jenny died, I've been learning to give of myself without holding back and without regret. Even Jesus, fully God and fully man, wanted and valued friends. He says he does not call believers servants, but friends. John 15:15 records those words of Jesus. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends. For everything I have learned from my Father, I have made known to you. Proverbs 27:9 describes how we can look to a godly friend for wise counsel and advice. Perfume and incense bring joy to the heart, and the pleasantness of one's friend springs from his earnest counsel. Proverbs 17:17 tells us, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity." True friends will stay with us through the good and bad times. David has such a friend in Jonathan. Elijah had such a friend in Elisha, as described in 2 Kings 2:2. Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here. The Lord has sent me to Bethel." But Elisha said, "As surely as the Lord lives and you live, I will not leave you." So they went down to Bethel. Elisha's commitment to Elijah was unfailing. He was a loyal friend. Jesus knew his friends weren't perfect, but he loved and valued them still, even asking three of them to stand with him in prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane. Matthew 26:37 says, "He took Peter and two sons of Zebedee along with him, and he began to be sorrowful and troubled." As he went through the challenge and pain, Jesus wanted his friends close by. I hope you all have friends that a circle of friends that you can pray with, be accountable to each other, and just a good circle of godly friends. It's a lot better than being alone out here. I pray God blesses you all, and you all have a great day.